Scores set 1, and we are live as the comeback kid of the day. Aimstrong is playing Soviets in the north.
Yes, and in the south we have Talisman as OKW. Do you know who would have had faction selection and how that all went down?
Can certainly find out for you.
They were both pretty close games.
They were indeed. Okay, so faction selection. 186 would have been Talisman, and Talisman chose to play OKW.
Whoa, the faction he lost with. Well, okay. Maybe he thinks they're extra strong on this map.
Absolutely. Well, he had a great game against various opponents on this map as OKW. There's some cracking infiltration grenade plays. And I think this is going to be an interesting battle. It's going to be the M3 scout car start again. Very similar.
Yeah, well, it seems to be very effective.
It does indeed. We've got Foch Grenadiers putting good sandbags down. Stern Pioneers being bullies, as some people say, as internet memes go, or whatever. Still not used to this sandbag on this munitions here.
Yeah, there's a couple little changes that I'm not adapted to yet.
I'll go through them all in quick unison. We've got on the munitions, we've got new sandbag structures. It mirrors the situation down here to make things symmetrical. Talking of symmetrical, this victory point here is now very similar to the one in the north. The buildings are very close to them, and there's been some clutter taken away from this one. Meanwhile, we've had the cover rearranged here, and more importantly, this shack and the tree hedgerow have been changed. And most importantly for the north player, these entrances to this engagement here in the centre are a lot more forgiving. There's this hole opened up here. There's also negative cover removed from the exits on the roads. And the last change was that there's some yellow walls here and stuff to make that fuel a little bit fairer. And there you go. Flaminville approach reborn for the third time.
Well, Scout car's forced to retreat so far, off to a good start. Hasn't taken very much damage either, so that's good news. I mean, last game it took, almost died like immediately. Heaps of damage.
Absolutely. Foch Grenadiers out. And it's very similar build orders to before. And I'm very surprised, as you say, that Talisman's decided to challenge Aimstrong's Soviets yet again. But that's what we're seeing. For those that are newbies to watching tournaments coming heroes, it's usually the victory point winner. Who has the most victory points on the game they won, rather, that gets to decide their faction selection, and that's what we're seeing here. Nice infiltration, incendiary grenade, rather.
And interesting that once again Talisman chooses not to get a kitten. This time going, or you know, continuing with his tick.
You've got to have a lot of confidence in your OKW play. And I do believe that Talisman is currently #1 in the world on the ladder, OKW. Just confirm that now.
Secure the vehicle. Location set.
It's either him or Von Ivan.
Oh, Von Ivan's taken it off him very recently, but yeah, indeed. Here we go, the M3 with the combat engineer.
Yep, and heaps of retreats. Really powerless to stop this until he gets Panzerfausts. Oh, I bug splattered.
You bug splattered, dude.
Yeah, I restarted as well.
Yeah, don't worry. What we're going to do, we'll do a time sync, so just get back in.
Yeah.
That's fine. So I'll do some solo casting for a while. Of course, Stern Pioneers are sticking behind this bush, waiting for an ambush. And that's what they're good at. Talisman's very good on this map in particular of using his units in such a way as to let his opponent get into position and they'll spring a trap. And there you go, there's the first trap. Wasn't quite what he wanted. Here comes the M3. I'm not sure if the flamethrower in the M3 can attack ground. Engage. There's the first Faust. STG Stern Pioneers won't be able to help out too much though.
We are losing supplies to the enemy. Supply lines have been cut.
Nice infiltration grenade.
Supply sector under attack.
I keep calling them that. They are an incendiary grenade. My bad, of course. It's a long time casting these at me. Nowhere near as long as Tightrope, of course, because he is at ridiculous o'clock in the morning, which is a time. Good capping over here. He's lost a few models, but he's still managing to get the job done. Despite the shoe mine, here come the Focus Grenadiers. Could cause a problem. And there you go. Tightrope, where you at, buddy?
I'm at 1 minute, going eight times at the moment.
Okay, well, I'm at 6 minutes, so tell me when you're in the ballpark of like 7, maybe.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Okay, so we've got penal battalions pushing in and doing great damage, but Talisman's been in territories like this before in this very series. In the very first game of the series, he allowed Armstrong to take a decisive lead when Armstrong was on Wehrmacht, and it didn't seem to matter. He brushed him off, quite frankly. Then Armstrong's Soviets have been a revelation this year. Armstrong was not able to play Soviets this time last year. He couldn't get them to work because, quite frankly, he wasn't a respectable Code 2 player. He was a Code 1 player playing Code 2 tournaments, which is very different. Now he's a respectable Code 2 player. He's done well at actually learning all the various intricacies of factions, and he's a different animal. Saying that though, he's a little bit older than a lot of other tournament players, so he's a different approach. Has to try and take into account maybe reflexes aren't quite as fast as somebody like.
Almost 7 minutes.
Okay, 6:55, 60, 57, 58, 59, 7 minutes. 7 minutes and 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right,
Great stuff. Focus Grenadiers pushing in a big way. Stern Pioneers also. Conscripts are going to struggle. Elsewhere in the centre, penal battalions and conscripts are just waiting. Very Talisman-esque gameplay. Nice shoe mine, by the way, on the north side of that hedgerow.
Yeah, finally got that kitten out.
Finally, after the M3's done a lot of good work. It has suffered 2 Fausts, but there's been no follow-up, and now there will be follow-up.
No. Flight half track yet. I guess he just hasn't had the manpower.
It's very interesting. I mean, people say Armstrong face-sweeping mines. He's been doing this for the best part of 8 years, as far as I've been watching him. Never likes to mine sweep, it seems. Always likes flamethrowers. Flamethrowers, flamethrowers, flamethrowers. The idea is you can do more damage with a flamethrower Tightrope than the mines will do to the faces of your infantry. That's the concept there. I don't know if it's accurate, but that's his the way he decides to play the game. Players probably should know that and plant copious amounts of mines against him.
Yeah, well, I mean, minesweeping also takes a lot of time, and micro attacks as well. You have to like worry about doing this added task, whereas otherwise you can just run around in blissful ignorance.
Indeed, that's how I spend my life, by the way, just to pull it out there. Infiltration grenade this time, well called by Virgin. Actually kills 1 model somehow, even though they dodged it.
Yeah, too late for the flak after now.
It is too late, but it's just in time for T-70. We're in the T-70 zone. Well taken out by there with a Kettenwerfer. At max range, it seems, all the way down the road. M3 down, and he actually kept 1 model of the combat engineers alive this time.
Yeah, I was going to say, almost lost the whole squad again.
How many models did he lose?
3, right?
Oh, wow, okay. That's quite easy, that mass. It's 12.5% chance. Again, he's not being lucky, is he? He's not being lucky. You know, for those that weren't watching Game 2, Armstrong had a 4 dice, coin toss roll with his M3 loss, and he lost every single model of the combat engineer. Here comes the T-70 though. First maiden kill on the scoreboard.
Trying to set up an assault on this central machine gun. To get the suppression on the flamethrower, that's the important one.
Indeed it is. And the Rakettenwerfer and M3 acting in perfect unison. Last shot dodged by the Rakettenwerfer there. Elsewhere, we've got a mortal battle between these Stern Pioneers and this Conscript Squad, who has now a terrible retreat path. There was a satchel, well dodged by the M3. T-70 comes in to mitigate. He'll probably eat a Faust. There it is. And the battle's now over for the time being.
Man, he almost got another Raketen hidden there as well. So close. Tech truck out for Talisman. Going to put down tier 4 very shortly, so that's going to make harassing the fuel over there very hard for Armstrong.
Surge Cool asks in chat who's considered the better player, Aim or Tals. There's two ways to look at it on paper. First, Talisman on seeding and KO2 kind of skill level and like notoriety. What's
Notoriety.
The word? Notoriety, thank you. I'm losing my words now. In the game as at present, but he's never won a tournament. Aimstrong is an elite, like, kind of legend from the tournament history that used to win loads of tournaments in times gone by. So he has a determination and grit about him, like a grizzled veteran. So it's a very interesting battle every time he laces up his boots, quite frankly, and it can make for an interesting game. Like we're seeing right here in this ace game deciding frame. It's an incendiary matchup. Had the battle group headquarters up and then the Schwer Panzer headquarters up, so Talisman is going straight for Panzer IV in this game. How do you feel about that tightrope?
Yeah, well, I mean, if he wasn't going for the flak half track, this is what he has to do, basically.
Armstrong again, hoarding Muni. Possibly for a late game 7 P-tab. That's the classic Armstrong move there.
Well, I find it interesting that he went for a second conscript squad when it seemed unlikely that Talisman was going to go for a light vehicle. Maybe he could have gone for another combat engineer for, you know, faster repairs, more mine planting.
Here comes T-70, it's on the warpath. Oh, that shot could have been huge. Very bunched up retreat path there. Second shot likewise. Third shot, again, incredibly lucky. Didn't get a single hit, tightrope. Oh, and the Rakettenwerfer does though. There you go. And the Faust. This could be bad for the T-70. Nah, it'll be fine. Rakettenwerfer's hitting the wall.
Yeah, but at least it's now out of commission for repairs now for a while, so it gives Talisman a bit of breathing room.
They retreated instantly, both of them. Both of them are playing ultra safe in this third game of this quarterfinal, this deciding ace game. We just saw a retreat in unison of two two-man squads. Both of them like, damn, I wish I hadn't retreated now.
I mean, I think Armstrong didn't really have much to gain by keeping that squad there. I mean, what's he going to do? Connect that neutral point the penal's capping now?
Cap the victory point, probably.
Well, there's a machine gun over there, but...
Maybe. Maybe. Here we go, we've got two conscripts pushing up in the north. Green cover, though. And, of course, infiltration grenade in himself! What a crazy manoeuvre. I've not seen that before since the days of the Zulus when they used to spear themselves in front of the British to prove just how ballsy they were.
Talisman continuing to find angles for this Raketen. It's a good thing about this map. You know, Raketen doesn't have that far to travel to get from one side to the other. So you can keep it in a relevant position.
There's a book on Company Heroes 2 strategy that I've written called Mine Camp. You put loads of mines down and then you camp on them. And Armstrong really needs to do that. He's got 400 munitions. He's finally locked in with something. Does it have things that use munitions? Yes, it does. It has the Sturmovik attacks. There you go.
Well, it's good that he's considered what command to use. Doesn't just brainlessly lock in. Tank hunters again.
Tell you what, T-70's dicing on thin ice here.
Nice satchel.
Beautiful. I wonder what the Rekenva is facing. There you go. Attacks finally through the hedgerow there. Conscripts are coming to battle. And we're seeing a very interesting game here. A delicate dance tightrope. You can tell they're both a little bit edgier in this game, a little bit more conservative, especially Aimstrong. Tightrope, of course, we've come to expect that from him. And this caginess is really starting to be quite intriguing. Not a single squad wipe yet. Just going to validate. Not a single squad wipe.
It's been a very close game once again. This is usually the period where Talisman seems to be quite strong, you know, when he's got a couple team weapons on the field and just seems to have a lot of map control on the back of that. And to be building that Panzer IV too, just needs a little bit more fuel. There it is.
There it is. The Panzer IV. I wouldn't say early, but it's going to be a little tiny bit early, maybe like a minute and a half. Compared to if you'd had really good fuel control and you'd kind of got like maybe a flak off track out or something. It's going to be good.
Yep, Aimstrong doesn't have much to counter that though. He does have his tier 4 down and could build tier 45 right now.
Great use of recon secure mode again. It's recon, isn't it, for T-70? But regardless, it's happening right now on the fuel and it's allowing him to cap the victory points. Yeah, he needs to do these things because Talisman's setting up camp and he's looking quite strong in this particular one.
Good thing about Talisman's army composition is that those double Raketans are going to stay relevant for the whole game.
They are indeed. Double Raketans. Talisman can do wonders as we've seen already. There you go, there's one of them attaining veterancy 2. Oh, with a beautiful shot at max range. Won't be able to finish the job, maybe the Panzer IV, but we know he won't. We know he likes to play with a cool head and keep his cards close to his chest until...
No AT grenades here though.
Oh my god, he's going for it. Talisman is just in time for that. I was not expecting that. The T-34 85 is out for Aimstrong. We haven't been keeping an eye on his tech. Talisman has had a rude awakening here.
I just said that his...
I can't. It's fine. It's very a lot to listen to people and cast and talk and control the camera.
Right. It's been a long day for both of us.
There's one where you didn't listen to me earlier either. It was quite funny, but I didn't point it out. It's fine. It's just that you do point it out because I'm a better person than you. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm joking. Come on. Yeah. It's been a long day for long night for Tightrope. A long day for AE. We've cast a lot of games together today. But our hype does not wane, although sometimes it may seem that is the case.
Talisman's just been, creeping forwards with these Raketans. They're always dangerous.
I think, why did Aimstrong go for this particular strategy in this game? I mean, penal battalions have taken the PTRS mantle, but they were great at DPS before, and the conscripts, who are usually terrible at DPS, were going for the anti-tank. It's an interesting turnaround here. He's decided to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, he wasn't up against a light vehicle, so he felt he didn't need tank hunters, so he didn't PTRS there. That's why I was saying earlier, I was surprised he went for a second squad of conscripts once he realised that Talisman wasn't actually going to get a light vehicle.
Some of it could be called in here. This could be Aimstrong's moment. He's got T-34-85 full health. Here it comes. The Panzer IV could get caught up on the house if he's not careful. Yes, he's been caught up on the house. And there you go. That's pathing for you. Try and reverse past the house sometimes. Gets in your way a little bit. No, he's okay. He's okay. And should be able to get out of there. No, that's happened to me before, though.
Talisman actually not going to try retreat. He's going to try sneak this Raketan into the retreat path of the T-70.
an idea. Might have worked. There's definitely Focus Grenadiers there. Conscripts trying to get them away. Armstrong, very importantly, by the way, has captured the northern victory point on the bottom left of your picture, and the southwest. It's very much like a U-shape kind of territory formation right now, with a Battle of the Bulge, would probably a more historically kind of renaissance way to say it.
Talisman's gone for the second machine gun. He hasn't set it up yet, but it's going to aid his VP control.
Resonant. And it's a very delicious battle. Armstrong possibly could have had a big opening there. You got to say, if there was some tank hunters in there, I've been loving the tank hunter play on the conscripts in these games. Maybe
Certainly fun when they, you know, hiding there and you just ambush a tank.
Then again, we all know how good the IS-2 can be late game, so we could be heading forward towards that.
No, yeah, there goes Katyusha.
Oh wow, he's gone for the Katyusha again. Just had
Penal goes
PTRS.
down, the PTRS one.
PTRS, Penal's gone down. Oh, so is the Raketenwerfer, so like for like there. He's going to take the Raketenwerfer, of course. T-70's been bullied away by the Panzer IV. Raketenwerfer could fire through the hedgerow here. Won't. He's going to retreat instead. Stern Pioneer on the retreat path, but it won't matter. Delightful battle. In the north side, it seems that Talisman has getting for the munitions, not the victory point. Interesting that he decided to go for that. Katyusha is in the field of view, so these this Raketenwerfer, and it will soon be these Raketenwerfers, because he is building a second again, will be under a little bit of duress.
Yeah, this map, you don't have to move your Katyusha quite as far forward. You can pretty much shoot from your base and still be effective with the Katyusha, which might be a good idea, considering how Armstrong lost 2 of them the last game.
Oh, first barrage here. It's going to be on these support weapons. They know it. Retreat path, but it won't matter. MG34 is down. Raketenwerfer is going to stay there. Focus Grenadiers in dire situation. Penal Battalion is currently suppressed. The other isn't, though. And here comes the IL-2. 1-2 combo on the support weapons. Finally pops out of suppression. Here's the Panzer IV. Needs to lose a model. And there's another MG34 waiting. But he manages to steal the weapon at the cost of a conscript. What do you feel about that, Tightrope?
Oh, that's probably a fair trade if he escapes with it.
Just about will. No, he won't.
It's in a pretty safe position for him to try recruit it again, though.
Armstrong playing a lot better now compared to earlier in the day. He's waiting for units to group up and attack as one. Didn't quite work, though, in fairness, so, you know, cast his curse.
I think this is, you know, a better, safer build going for the Katyusha at this stage instead of trying to save for the IS-2 or go for another T-3485. I think this is definitely the right build order. Armstrong this game.
Absolutely. We've got a very... By the way, the MG34 was stolen. I didn't capture it on camera, but it's obvious that that just happened. T-34, of course, with its paper veterancy, is going to maybe cap the victory point. And this is now my chance to... Do you know what's really funny, by the way? I started creating a straw poll. I've put who's going to win. I put Tightrope as the first option. Fuck's sake. Okay, great ball. Shit, I'm going to go back to that in a second. I'll put it in chat in one moment. Panzer IV pushing in. Focus Grenadier, Veterancy 5. Veterancy 3-1 also pushing in. Raketenwerfer's getting pushed away.
Well, it's going to go down.
Oh, how did it not, Tightrope? How did it not? Here comes the penals. Infiltration nades in. T-70 Vet 3 for the win. Oh, and here comes the T-3485 with a Tokyo Drift style entrance. Nice penetration. Katyusha's firing. May well have done. Where's the Katyusha firing? It's on the support weapons again, is it? No, it's in base!
The base. Missed opportunity, I think.
Yeah, it was a missed opportunity. Oh, T-70 could go down. Raketenwerfer. Misses the shot. Panzer IV also misses. What the hell? And then T-70 penetrates? What world are we living in? Here comes the Panther command tank. Here's that poll, guys. We want to know who's going to win. Is it going to be Talisman or Armstrong? Please give us your opinions. They're very valuable to us.
The problem right now is that Armstrong doesn't have mines down. If he had mines down, I think he'd be in like a reasonably safe position, but I mean, these tanks are pretty free to roam the battlefield. No anti-tank grenades for Armstrong. He just doesn't have snares. Like, these tanks can just run around the battlefield carefree. Again,
the Sturmovik comes in, and it's just a map control tool right now for Armstrong to get back into things. I have a real feel that when the Su-85 finally gets that... No, he's going to go IS-2, of course he is. It's going to be a long wait to get the manpower.
Yeah. Well, I've had to go on then.
For the time being, it seems.
I think if he had flares, he might have continued to chase there, but doesn't have the munitions. I don't think Talisman has activated the Schwer HQ to try to shoot down these planes once yet.
Has he not? That is an oversight. Let's have a look at this straw poll. Oh my god, 54 votes for Talisman there versus 18 for Armstrong. That's a decisive margin of people that just expect Talisman to win. I mean, I have to say that he is currently slightly in the lead in terms of map control, but every part of this game tells me it's pretty even. But other than that...
Yeah, very even game. Armstrong's about to probably get a Su-85, and that could turn things around once again.
Yeah, I think that's probably the better option. I mean, just look at the cost of the thing. It's 350 manpower versus 600, and of course 40 for the IS-2. So, you know, I don't think he's got the time to wait in base to wait for that IS-2. He should probably just get the SU, a specialist vehicle.
Yeah, well, it worked pretty well last game. Knocked out a couple of Command Panthers. Keep away from those sticky satchels from that penal squad.
Oh, could get sticky indeed. And the first grenadiers getting pushed away. Stolen MG34 has been really useful for Armstrong, especially when he starts to actually control some of the map, I presume. Importantly now, by the way, his tanks are fully repaired. Katusha's getting really close into action. Rakettenwerfer is scouting for it. No, it was just a classic Armstrong shuffle there, tightrope. She loves to pushes Katusha back and forth. Katusha.
I wonder if he's just got it on a control group he's not used to having it on, and just
he does use control group
it accidentally. He doesn't.
He does, yeah, he does. He's a big control group user. Yeah. He says in Code 1 he was up to 8 control groups, and then he says the sign of him being a bad player is he only uses 4 nowadays.
Yeah.
Very judgmental player. The T-34-85 is being pushed away by that command tank. But here comes the Su-85. It's got the same cannon, but somehow it does better. And it misses horrendously. Just heard some good action in the west side. MG-34 pushed away. Katusha's ready to fire. Soon will do just that, most likely. T-34-85 on the punt. Rakettenwerfer's going to get a shot in here. Oof. Here comes a Katusha. Oh, on the retreat path for the MG-34. Not going to hit anything. Just going to do some moonscaping.
Yeah, Talisman's been pretty good at reacting to those Katusha barrages. Retreating very swiftly every single time.
Talisman lying in wait in the north. I bet there's going to be a squad wipe. Armstrong probably won't see it in time unless he's really on the ball. But he's going to have so much to be thinking about very shortly as the centre is going to heat up. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. We have Obersoldot on out with, again, the infrared STG upgrade.
Command Panther's been very accurate so far. He's having a good run.
It is, it really is. Oh my god, we're having the third truck out. He's going to go for a King Tiger in this game. That's crazy to me. Or just, I don't know, mechanized and Stukazavus maybe. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, Penal almost got us down.
Oh, we did react. See, Armstrong's on form today, it seems. I had my doubts there for a moment, but how dare I doubt the Great Dane.
Trying to take some more territory on the back of this IL-2.
Trying his best. T70 trying to get some good shots off on the first grenadiers, but they might not be able to do it. Vet 4, Panzer 4 standing in his way. He has to be careful. Panzer 4 could go for the kill here. Oh, he needs to do that kind of thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, could have popped Blitz and gone for the chase. Played it safe once again.
Katusha again. Oh, this could be a really big Katusha, I tell you. He's in perfect zone here. But he's operating at max range, which is fair enough. Su-85 could be going down to the Panther command tank. He's not realised it yet. Armstrong, he needs to get out of there. Just about does just that. No, he does not! Panther command tank with an assassination sniper rifle shot. That was huge. I thought he'd escaped, but he had not.
Really nice to take ground through that building.
What a battle we're watching, Tightrope.
Yeah. I feel like Talisman's in the lead here, though. I think it's largely because these last few Katusha barrages just haven't been getting the kills.
They have not. Must be noted for viewers that haven't seen both games earlier in the day, is the third ace game decider, is that Armstrong was in a very similar position previous to this, and he was still able to claw out and forge a victory. Going to be needing to see him find that same form in this particular game.
Oh, just lost his conscripts to the P4. That is probably one wipe too far.
Do you think? And look at the army values of Talisman. But at least he's still got his tanks, you know. I mean, the great thing about conscripts is they're more or less expendable. But I mean, they shouldn't be, but let's face it, they pretty much are most of the time.
Armstrong just can't work his way back onto the map.
No, he can't. And oh my god, he might lose the Vet 3. T70, where's that Panther Command tank? Oh my god, this thing! Lee Harvey Oswald, eat your heart out. Jesus Christ, where were you the day the Vet 3 T70 died? And the Katusha! Oh. It's on the warpath! Killtrocity! This Panther Command tank is taking Armstrong out of GCS2. Oh my god, this thing is a killer. A bona fide stone cold killer.
4 vehicles destroyed for that now. That is very impressive. It's accurate. It's been so accurate, you know, those like long range shots where you think it's most likely going to miss. Just been connecting for it.
I have indeed. Oh, there we go. Rakettenwerfer. Great shots in on the Panzer IV. And Armstrong's got no army left. He's battled hard. Battled, dare say it, strong. But the old grizzled tournament veteran of years gone by does not look like he's going to be booking his ticket to Manchester. And despite having a much better foray into tournament battle overall this year, I would say consistency has been a lot stronger. It looks like the Finnish general has confirmed his eminency and will be on a Twitch stream near you on September the 15th, 2018 at GCS2.
Don't forget about tomorrow.
Oh god, yeah. Sorry. But, you know, he's a little
bit closer.
He has got the points, but it's all about seeding for these big guys now. They have to prove themselves, and they have to be able to get in those top 4 seeds, because you don't want to be playing DevM and Loveness in your first game of GCS2.
No, that would be tough.
Yeah, exactly. You want to get a better seed. And I've promised these guys out of Talisman, Von Ivan, if either of them win the tournament, they can pretty much guarantee seed 3 or seed 4, depending on statistically how they do compared to Von Aston kind of thing.
Okay, he's got a T-3485, so this is got a wipe as well. So maybe he's going to turn this one around. He's got 26 feet per second.
Yeah, no, it's not looking good. He did get a satchel off on the command tank, or the commando tank rather, probably a better way to say it. But there you go. Command tank, of course, which has 4 vehicle kills, which are all within a small fragment of time. There we go. 2, 1, and there you go. We have our semi-finalists for Operation Bagration, the 4th qualification tournament. And everybody, I want to give a big round of applause, everybody, to... I want everybody to give a big round of applause, rather, to, of course, Tightrope, who has been with us into the early hours on the New Zealand morning. It's currently 7:10. And, dear sir, you've done yourself proud, you've done the community proud in casting this. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a good time.
Absolutely. Feel free to... We'll just plug you twice more. I'm going to talk to the guys a little bit more about the point situation, but you've done your casting. You don't have to stick around, honestly.
Yeah.
So let's all give Tightrope a big round of applause, everybody. His YouTube thingy, his